William, why did it take you so long to propose? And Catherine, did you ever worry that he actually wasn't ever going to pop the question?
Well, in answer to that, Tim, I don't remember how many years it's been. Forget my memory. I also didn't realise it was a race, otherwise I probably would have been a lot quicker. But also, the timing is right now. We're very, very happy, and I'm very glad that I have done.
Catherine, can I ask you the question? Did you always know that he was going to propose to you?
No, I didn't. We've obviously we have been going out a long time, and you know, we had spoken about our future, and you know, it just seemed a natural step to go to us.
Lovely.
Well, as you may recognise now, it's my mother's engagement ring. So this is very special to me. I think it's very special to me now as well. I'm doing right the two put together. But it was my way of making sure that my mother didn't miss out on today. And the excitement and the fact that we're going to spend the rest of our lives together.
The weddings of the British royal family provide some of the most glamorous and spectacular events in the world. But they also open a window into their hearts, revealing stories of love and romance.
There's something quite magical about a royal wedding. I think it's in every child's sort of fairy book. I think there's something about national pride.
Royal weddings have historically always symbolised a great show of grandeur and pomp and circumstance.
Whenever there's a royal wedding, it's not only a very important event, but it captures the heart body, not only in the United Kingdom, but globally.
The royal wedding that everyone is waiting for is that of Prince William and his girlfriend Kate Middleton.
I am going to be excited when William and Kate get married. I think it'll be good for Britain. I think it'll bring a more young and popular image to the royal family. A younger image that people can relate to.
I think that the good news of two young, good-looking people get married and kind of represent Britain again will be very exciting.
Both young and just a bit more exciting than sort of an elderly royal marriage.
We think Prince William is hot, sexy, and amazing, beautiful.
I think William's really popular. I honestly don't know what the public's opinion of Kate is.
Can't wait to see what Kate wears as well. Yes.
I think any royal event is good for this country, primarily because it's something that nobody in the world can outperform us at.
There has been a royal wedding in Britain roughly every 13 years since the Second World War. But one wedding, with its pomp, circumstance, and jaw-dropping glamour, set the standard for all future royal wedding days. 29th of July 1981. Prince Charles, the Queen's oldest child and heir to the throne, is about to get married. He's accompanied by his brother, Prince Andrew. They're heading for St. Paul's Cathedral, the biggest church in London, where 3,500 guests are waiting for the arrival of the bride. Clarence House, the Queen Mother's residence, is where Lady Diana has spent the night. She's travelling in the glass coach, which has carried royal brides to church since the beginning of the last century. In a few hours, Diana will be a princess. A few months earlier, She was a shy young nursery nurse, but this 19-year-old virgin was an aristocrat whose family seat was at Althorpe.
Her father was an equerry to the Queen, so she knew the royal family. She'd met the royal family, but she didn't formally meet Prince Charles until her sister was going out with him, and she met him at a shooting party.
Can you take us back to when you first met? If you can remember. Can you remember when you first met?
Yes, I think I can. It was 1977. Charles came upstairs, a friend of my sister's house, for a shoot. We sort of met in a ploughed field.
And he thought what fun she was. And you know, she was really doing her best because she'd always coveted Prince Charles for some reason.
But I remember thinking what a very jolly and amusing and attractive 16-year-old she was. I don't know what you thought of me.
Pretty amazing.
Charles and Diana had a whirlwind romance. They became close in the summer of 1980 and were quickly engaged.
Seen the ring, Mary?
Yes. Wonderful saffron diamond.
Diana's engagement ring was the biggest in the box. It was from Garrard and it was £28,000. And it was an enormous sapphire surrounded by smaller diamonds. And she came back after she'd chosen the ring with the Queen and Prince Charles and told her butler, I picked the biggest one.
Big summed up the 80s. Big shoulders, big hair, and big expectations.
July 1981, although there were severe problems economically and quite high unemployment, was nonetheless a positive time for the British people.
Her Majesty, the Queen, has asked me to form a new administration.
Margaret Thatcher was a very different kind of politician from the ones that we had in the 1970s. So the 80s were going to be an exciting decade. And so when this beautiful young daughter of an earl got engaged, Prince Charles, there was very much a sense of the monarchy reinventing itself yet again
and being a beacon of hope for the nation.
A small team was chosen to design the dress, but David and Elizabeth Emanuel would soon become household names.
How did the actual commission come about? Simple phone call from Diana saying, would you do me the honour of making my wedding gown? You can imagine. Every designer in the world wanted to do that. Every designer in the world sent portfolios into Buckingham Palace. I didn't. And it was a simple phone call, so we were excited.
The wedding day, and Clarence House hides a fever of activity. Diana's team of helpers are preparing the bride to leave at precisely 10:35 in the morning.
Diana was in hair and rollers. Barbara Daly was there doing some maquillage.
She spilled perfume on the front of her dress. And she just said, ah! I said, it'll never show. And we sort of we pulled the folds around.
She was sitting at a dressing table, starting her maquillage, and she had a television right there. And we were watching all the bands on the television. As we were looking at on the television screen, we looked out of the window, and they were the bands going up the mouths. That was an extraordinary time. But it was run like a military operation. Man with a clipboard saying, now, you know, at so many hundred hours, the Lady Diana Spencer will get dressed. Got her all dressed. And I remember saying to her, oh, did we check the petticoat? She goes, no. So I said, oh, I had visions now. If I don't check this petticoat, she's going to be walking down the aisle and this petticoat will go adrift. So I have to go down and under the skirt and going up, checking everything was fine. As I came, re-emerged, I can face to face, I'm on my hands and knees in Clarence House, I can face to face to the Queen Mother. I nearly died. So I said, good morning. I said, good morning.
$750 million television viewers around the world watch as Diana's coach approaches St. Paul's. At 10:55, She steps out of her carriage, and her dress is revealed to the excited crowds.
Now here she comes. What a job getting all those yards of silk.
One of the bridesmaids arranging the train was 13-year-old India Hicks, whose mother, Lady Pamela, had been bridesmaid to the Queen.
There were nerves, just because of the enormity of the occasion for me. I had never seen crowds like that before. Having something to do, like when the carriage draw up and to help get the train out and to get it organised on the steps before she even entered, was an easier job than standing waiting inside.
The dress had become crumpled in the small glass coach, and the Emmanuels had raced ahead so they could smooth it out when she arrived.
All I wanted to do was just to straighten it out. I mean, this thing had been sort of cocooned in, and it needed to be fluffed out. It was zhuzh. We needed to zhuzh the frog quickly, and magical time. It was almost like a dream. It was every designer's fantasy. It was like the most extraordinary fashion show in the world, except you come down to ground. There, standing in front of me, was the entire English royal family. I thought, Lordy, this is serious. Charles, Philip, Arthur, George, wilt thou have this woman to thy wedded wife, to live together after God's ordinance in the holy state of matrimony? Wilt thou love her, comfort her?
One of the most remarkable features of Diana's wedding dress was her train.
And for sake, I joked about it. I said, you know, I've looked through the archives and there's a 20-foot train. Yes, she said. I said, well, darling, should we make it bigger? Yeah, should we? Let's 25 foot. Yeah, okay. So that's how we came.
the stuff of which fairy tales are made.
She wore a completely stunning tiara. I believe it was the Spencer tiara that she wore from her family.
Lady Diana Spencer's wedding bouquet was enormous. It was roses and lily of the valley, bouvardia, ivy and fern, but it was absolutely enormous.
The lady has become a princess. The newly married couple leaves St. Paul's in the 1902 state landau. The carriage is open, so people can now admire the bride. Perhaps this is the moment when the public began to fall in love with Diana, the people's princess. The royal procession is escorted by the household cavalry, the Queen's personal bodyguard. At 12:37 exactly, many of the 800 members of staff who work at Buckingham Palace have come out like a family to welcome the happy couple home. Outside, around 1 million people are descending on the palace like a tidal wave. They know that they will see what has become a traditional feature of royal weddings. At 1:10 in the afternoon, the Queen, the bride and the bridegroom and their families will appear on the balcony. spiritual connection. Ever since the reign of King George V, the happy couple have made an appearance on the balcony. This time, the usual 3 minutes extends to 4, and then 5 minutes. The crowd wants to kiss. Up until today, this has never happened. Sadly, this marriage was to fail in a public display of bitterness, made even more poignant by Diana's early death. Their marriage only lasted 15 years.